All right, so OpenAI has been rolling out some interesting updates lately, and they're shaping ChatGPT into more than just a question-answering bot. Let's break this down in everyday terms, because two big things dropped. First, a brand new feature called ChatGPT Pulse, and second, some big boosts to the usage limits on their smarter models for Plus users. So let's start with Pulse. Till now, ChatGPT has been kind of like a reactive buddy. You had to show up, type in your question, and then it would respond. That back and forth has been great, but it also means the responsibility was always on you to know what to ask. Pulse flips that dynamic. Instead of just waiting for you to start the conversation, ChatGPT now does background research overnight and then proactively delivers updates the next day. Here's how it works. If you're a pro user on mobile, yes, right now it's mobile only, you'll wake up to a daily batch of personalized cards. Think of them as visual snippets you can scroll through in a few seconds. Each card pulls from your chat history, your memory if you've enabled it, and any feedback you've given. So if you've been talking about training for a triathlon, it might nudge you with a set of incremental steps like adding a trail run idea or a quick, healthy dinner recipe to fuel your training. Now, this goes beyond just remembering chats. If you decide to connect Gmail and Google Calendar, Pulse can work smarter with your schedule. For example, say you've got a trip to London coming up, Pulse might suggest restaurant options near your hotel or draft a meeting agenda based on what's in your calendar. Got a birthday reminder? It might surface gift ideas. These integrations are totally optional, off by default, and can be turned on or off whenever you want. The updates themselves don't hang around forever. Unless you save them or start a follow-up chat, the cards disappear at the end of the day. It's a bit like a morning briefing. Use it, act on it, and then move on. The idea is to keep you informed without dragging you into endless scrolling. That's part of the design. OpenAI doesn't want Pulse to feel like another social feed. It wants to give you just enough to get back to what matters. And you're not stuck with whatever it serves up. You can curate it. There's literally a curate button where you can ask for specific things. Maybe you want a Friday roundup of local events or a focus on pro tennis updates tomorrow. If it gives you something off base, you can thumbs it up or down. And that feedback gets remembered. Over time, Pulse tunes itself to feel more personal, more like a morning assistant than a random suggestion generator. OpenAI actually tested this with college students in what they call the ChatGPT lab. One big takeaway was that people found Pulse most useful when they started guiding it. One student, Isaac Seiler, shared how he'd been talking about managing time off during a grant period in Taiwan. The next day, Pulse gave him updates that were several steps ahead, smartly timed train information he wouldn't have thought to look up. That's the kind of forward-thinking output they're aiming for. That said, it's still a preview. It doesn't always get things right. You might see tips about a project you already finished, or something irrelevant. But the whole point is that you can correct it, and those corrections make the system smarter over time. Pulse is basically the first big move toward ChatGPT, not just being a tool you query, but an assistant that anticipates what you need. All right, now on to the second update, which is all about usage limits. If you've been on Plus, you know the struggle of hitting your cap on the newest models. Well, OpenAI just loosened that up in a pretty generous way. Here's the breakdown. With a Plus, Team, or Enterprise account, you now get 100 messages per week with ChatGPT o3. And with ChatGPT o4 Mini, you get a whopping 300 messages per day. On top of that, there's o4 Mini High, the programming-focused version, which comes with 100 messages a day. That's a big step up from before. It's basically double the old rate limits for o3 and o4 Mini. And these aren't just any models. OpenAI calls o3 and o4 Mini their smartest, most capable models yet. They've got full tool access, which means they can handle everything. Web searches, Python analysis on files, reasoning with images, and even generating images as part of that reasoning chain. In real use, testers have noticed how fast they run, which adds to the appeal. Now, one small catch. There isn't a direct way to see exactly how many messages you have left. What you can check is the date when your weekly usage resets. That's visible in the Model Picker dropdown. And once you do hit the cap, that model option just disappears. You won't be able to select it again until the reset date. So to put it together, Plus users for $20 a month, or £16 if you're in the UK, 30 Australian dollars if you're over there. You're now getting a lot more runway with the smarter models. Between that and Pulse coming to Pro, the whole experience is moving towards something less static, more like a proactive assistant that you can rely on every day. And that's the story right now. ChatGPT Pulse giving you a daily feed of personalized, actionable updates, and the smarter models opening up with way more usage so you can actually take advantage of all those tools. Both updates are about pushing ChatGPT closer to being an actual digital sidekick, not just a chatbot you occasionally poke. That's it for this one, short and simple. Thanks for sticking around.